last session, we dealt with the other side of the distraction simulation with Lyric and her adventures with the play of the evil Dragon King. Having seemed to have stopped the Revenant from going to kill his brother Paul, Victor
Wow.
agrees to meet with him and discuss situations of what happened and what is going on. Let me jump to the right. Move that. What am I doing? Green. So I guess I owe you my life then, don't I,
That
Victor?
would be that would be correct. Hmm.
So, you seem to know who that woman was. Who was she?
Let's let's just say she was a, let's see, what was the right way to put it? A mutual acquaintance, if not enemy. Yeah, enemy is just probably the better way to put it. And not known by a lot of people except very specific people back in the capital, but safe to say you've made yourself an enemy as well, or at least you're being treated as an obstacle.
Yes, I can see me being an obstacle. As of right now, something happening to me would potentially destabilize this area, which would not be good for me and everyone else in it. As you can see by my little points to the crystal that's shooting water up, family secret here.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice.
Give me let's go Arcana. Heck.
Arcana, here we go. 13.
Yeah, it seems very similar to the crystal you saw underground in the old abandoned, basically what you'd call like castle, whatever it was. Just a much smaller one. Does seem like it's not producing the energy amount that it should be compared to its size, like it's dwindling right now.
Victor, as he just kind of scans over the crystal. Now, I back to the Baron. So, question: how long has this thing been on and active? And has it always been giving this little amount of power?
That's a tough
Or
question to answer, honestly. As when my ancestor founded the city years ago, he found it down here a few years later, digging through, making the manor. So it's been ever since the city's founding. From what I remember reading in notebooks, it's been like the rainy seasons and stuff like that. It fluctuates in its capacity. The first time it's done this since I've been in charge, but I've been told it's happened in the past before and corrects itself after a while.
define a while, like any particular events, or it just goes down and comes back up at random? Well, seemingly at random.
I can only assume it goes by how often the water is used. I've kept it. We've my family's kept it secret. We've never had any people from the kingdom or high-end mages investigate it to look into it. far as I saw, was our family's duty to hold this and keep it used safe. There's been mages in my family that have tried to study it, but to no avail, or the notes have been lost. I ask of you, you and your menagerie, to keep this a secret from everybody.
I don't know, but Victor will just go around and as he's kind of mock pacing just around the crystal and just looking at it. And there's some people of your allies, namely back in the capital, who would, given who's involved, would honestly really like to know this bit of information. This bit of valuable information. Wink, wink.
Let me see if he picks up on what you're trying to put down here.
Let's see if I have to be blunt about this. Also, let's get rid of that.
Now, give me a persuasion check then.
Let's see if we can persuade this gentleman into the finer points of dealing with mercenaries. 18. Good roll.
Hmm. I see what you mean. You did mention people in the capital know about that lady and her group. Very well. I know you're a mercenary company. May I inquire about hiring you to perform a task for me then?
Victor will start leaning against the podium here. Like, again, not careful not to touch the crystal, but just on solid stonework.
Like, it's just the crystal floating there. There's nothing to lean against. I didn't have any icon to put there.
Okay, in that case, Victor will just kind of cross his arms, look over and say, all right. Before I accept anything, what's this small task?
I need you to deliver a message to those people in the capital for me. I will make the note tonight, have you come pick it up to bring it to them tomorrow for me, or when you leave town, because I assume you are leaving shortly, correct?
Correct.
And it sounds like we should keep it out of keep it in let as few people know about this as possible. So let's not send it amongst the the army convoys that have been coming and going. Too many mouths, too many hands to get on it. We don't want that to happen now, do we?
Let's say, with my time with the army, I know all about how loose lips sink ships, even if it's more of a naval term.
Yes, the
Also,
Navy is sure to be of great help around.
less the power, more of the turn of phrase.
He said that jokingly and condescendingly. He was just trying to make a joke.
Yes, the Navy is really useful in the desert.
Not unless Sanchez suddenly become a thing.
Hmm.
What that would even look like, Sanchez?
He reaches out his hand to you. For a handshake.
Victor will hold on a moment, just square himself up to the Duke, not Duke, the Baron, and then he'll reach out and take his hand.
Very well. We have a deal. I will have the butler bring up a proper contract for us for you to sign tomorrow. But for now, I need to get my defenses set back up in case my brother decides to come back, which he undoubtedly will.
Question: you said this is the second time I've met your brother. How long left did you say his little his resurrection act continues. A day or
Should
two.
hopefully only be a couple more weeks before he's no longer be able to tie himself to this realm. From what I've heard, you can maybe wish him away, but I know no one that can cast that spell.
Sadly, neither do I. Well, should I'm gonna toss somebody a bone here because I feel like I've had my fun of him. If there is a other capable mercenary, and since they're probably not heading back to the capital anytime soon, or anywhere near me, or my direction, you could always look up Jinx and his folk. Let him stick around for bodyguard duty. I'm sh- his rates are not as competitive as mine, but he's still capable.
Hmm.
I
Yes, he was the other part of that group that took out the purple worm with you. Was he not?
correct, correct.
Yes, I suppose I do need to restaff a few guards as your half-elf friend can't turn back time on all of them from the looks of it, as you had to carry him out of here. I will go about
Yeah,
seeing if they're willing to take a contract to guard me for the time being.
be sure to let him know who passed along the reference. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic.
Very well. For now, I have to get in contact with her name again. Thought I had this down, but I
Waiting. Actually, I have a
the
feeling
note
more
didn't get
yet to
saved ahead for this person's name.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just I'm keeping the dead air to a minimum.
If you haven't figured it out yet, I named the heads of priests after actual angel names, so.
That actually went over my head because I don't. There's only a few I recognize and a few I don't. And a bunch I don't.
Yeah, Ramiel, that's an angel name.
Can't wait to run into Uriel.
Down, because it's kind of funny that's the one I named for the, of the desert one.
Yeah.
Just pop this in chat quick.
Yeah. Ariel? Ariel? Yeah, that.
The Disney Princess Ariel?
Not quite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up and see how it's pronounced later.
Rivers, waters, and earth.
I'm gonna have to pull out that book on angel names again, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Later though. So I'm assuming this is the person that's the person in the capital I have to contact with your letter.
No, he's just mentioning that name to get the barrier for the repel undead fixed. So she can get the barrier back up for me. Well, you have earned a night's rest. I will see about comping your night for the inn tonight for this as well. Come on, let me show you out of here.
Yep, and he'll fall behind the Baron. Also, can Nyldir's zombie take orders from anybody or just Nyldir?
I think
We cremated it. We burned it.
Ah,
I think I did. Yeah, I forgot to take it off the map. Although the beholder corpse is still there.
hold on one second. And Victor will look over the beholder corpse, see if there's anything he can scavenge, loot, pick out, and preserve for
Give me a survival
Nyldir.
check.
Yep, for Nyldir or anybody with necromantic means to investigate. Survival, not my best trait. 14.
Since this is a rotting corpse, about the only thing that's worthwhile on there is the teeth.
I'm assuming the eye is not intact.
Yep, it got destroyed in the fight.
Fair enough. He's gonna rip out some teeth and
With that roll, you get about 4 beholder teeth.
right. And I will add that to his inventory. See in a bit.
That, you make it up, he leads you back out to the surface and goes about telling another guard to go fetch the head priestess of the temple. And he like, ASAP, get on, go, go, go. As you wander by the fountain, you hear people talking about, like, say, that was a great show. You see kind of a guy with spiky blonde hair and a woman with a braided long ponytail behind her saying, that was so much fun. Hopefully we get to do that again.
Hmm. I'm assuming somebody of artistic means put on a good show. Not for everybody. I can only take 3 guesses who that would be.
Lyric coughs back at the hotel room.
Let's see. Where was I lead with this? I want to make sure I get my notes correct. So yeah, we're taking a letter back to the capital for the Baron in regards. Okay, I think I got everything. Let's see.
Son of a...
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
No, I took a sip of water and went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, don't you hate that? Just give it a bit, reconstate yourself, and remind yourself that you're not a fish, no matter how much the water tells you otherwise.
Okay, I think that got it. But yeah, you find yourself back at the Canary song. Lyric, you said you were staying up to perform some at the place still, correct? Or did you go straight to bed when you got back?
Wait for the others to return. So
Okay, well, you're just waiting on Victor because everyone else is already back. Because Nyldir is in his pose in one of his beds, Mountain Blood passed out, and you see Victor walk in a little bit later.
Evening, ladies and germs. Sound like somebody had fun tonight. Well, some folks had fun tonight. Long story short, got to talk to Baron, got some information out of him, and yeah, soon, and we'll be heading out back to the capital in a few days. So, oh, also our night at the inn is currently being comped. So, if you want extra food, food, rest, whatever amenities, it's on the Baron's tab. Other than that, I'm assuming Nyldir's still stuck in position.
At last you saw him, he was thrown into bed by Mountain Blood, still stuck in place.
Yeah. So Victor's asking, is he still frozen in his last known pose? I'm gonna take the deafening silence. Yes.
Having some trouble there, Wimpy?
What's up?
You were being asked a question in game, and you didn't answer.
I didn't even hear him. What?
Huh.
Here, I'll move my mic forward. It's the wrong button. There you go. I was asking, is Nyldir still stuck in frozen in place?
Yes, he still is.
Well, we don't have to leave for what the Baron said in a couple days, and then come pick up the letter
He said it would be ready tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay, so we have until tomorrow. Outside of that, if he's still stuck, not Victor's just gonna touch his nose. I'm not carrying him. Otherwise, I'm hungry. I am famished. So Victor would go to the innkeeper and ask for what's left that's still cooked, and is it chicken?
Well, it's your lucky day. It just happens to be chicken still. You got made a couple that are still good. It's still early, so there's still food being cooked.
Excellent.
So you're gonna order how much of a chicken?
Whole chicken, just
Whole chicken.
whole ass chicken. Because the root, again, the in-stay, which he's assuming food is also comped. Because the in-stay is not that expensive.
Dang, you getting that whole chicken ass?
I am pulling a John Belushi and ordering a whole fried chicken.
Well, baked, but he
Oh,
brings you out
close
a
enough.
chicken that's got a glass bottle shoved up its butt. We put this chicken in the oven with this glass that's got some good ale in it to help permeate that flavor through the chicken itself. You essentially got a beer can chicken.
Good old trash chicken, trash can chicken. Like, what? I'm pretty sure in Victor's old mercenary days with his last company, he probably would have seen something like this when he was out this direction.
Yep, it's kind of a common occurrence around here.
I've always been curious. Why don't you just basket it, or is it not?
Based.
Sorry, base. Sorry. Why didn't I just base it with the ale rather than shove whole bottle or can up its insides?
Well, you gotta conserve water here. That way it makes sure everything evaporates into it so we don't lose as much water that way as basting would.
Fair point. And Victor will start carving into it.
It's still really good. It's got a good bunch of seasonings on the outside that got the nice golden brown crispy skin from frying in the hot air. But they did oil it up to make sure it did get good and crispy on the outside and super tender and moist on the inside.
Victor also
That's
Victor
quite
also-
moist. Nice,
Victor
good,
also-
meaty, moist chicken.
Yep. Speaking of which, Victor will also leave some carvings out, like whatever liver or inner organs to be set aside for a pupper. Because he'll mix that into a dish and let him eat it. A few pats on the head.
Basically, most of the intestine stuff, but the heart, liver, and gizzard were all cooked inside of it. So
Okay. Well, I'm saying Victor would be asking for that as well
ah,
for his dog, because typically that's what I do for my dog, because they can digest that.
yeah, I'll see if I can go grab some of them for you. So the bartender says you kind of start giving him some scraps. Anyways, Lyric, you gonna do anything else tonight then?
No, not for the moment.
As you're saying that, you all happen to notice Electra sitting at a table. She has her own chicken there too now. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? As she's like biting on, chewing on a leg. No one
Not bad.
realized when she got there, or when she got the chicken.
I know better than that. I know better to ask, and I know better than to not expect this. Well, all's well that ends well. Stop the plot. Save the town. Can't talk about it.
Yeah, with her, what is it? Her plus 19 to stealth. You don't question it.
Real shame too. And Victor will pull out the small bag, or the small the beholder chief he took. I mean, wanted to see if Netta could do anything of these, or needs them for components.
Those are some funky teeth, Electra goes. Where'd you get those?
Off a beholder.
What?
Well, I say a beholder. I really mean how far away is Electra?
She's the one saying this to you.
Well, no, how far away is she?
Next table over.
When I say that, I mean of the not quite living variety, but not quite dead either.
Oh, that what you guys fought down there? Like in the mansion?
Yeah.
And I missed
No.
that? Aw.
Well, if you really want a story, you should talk to Mount Blood. He grew twice his size and 3 times as strong and beat the crap out of it. I do remember. I think Mount Blood was taking most of the hits.
Yeah, I think he was, because I remember that he also had to leave that day, so I was playing him.
Yeah.
And he did tank a couple of hits, if I recall.
Yep.
Yet. I already gave him a long rest, so I don't remember. So I heard tell that the night's food's on us today, which is why I ordered the full chicken, as she's munching on the other leg. Good chicken.
Up. Yep, and Victor returns to Victor return and to the tavern keeper and the innkeeper, and remind him just so that everything's above board and square. This is, as well as the night's stay, on the Baron's tab, in case you haven't heard.
I have not, but I will look into that.
Let's just say it's for services rendered. Otherwise, Victor will go about continuing to eat his chicken. And also mention same goes for the rest of my compatriots as well.
He nods and goes back to cleaning up some stuff.
Otherwise, let's see, not.
I'd have to tell Dad about this recipe. He'll find a way to probably improve upon it or something, or do something with it.
Given we're dealing with a more arid environment, I'm absolutely certain he could. a few tweaks here and there, and maybe something like a little bit more class, a little bit more classy. And Victor will just extract the ale bottle and start pouring himself a cup.
Some of his real fancy whiskey in there, that'd probably be good.
Victor will just take a hearty sip. Don't talk to me about whiskey right now. I really could go for some. I don't want to use anything that's in my satchel at the moment. I'm saving that for other occasions.
Maybe a fancy rum to make it kind of like a sweet marinated chicken. We can marinate where we are because we water shortage.
Electra, can I tell you something in confidence? We're friends, right?
Yeah, you're my boss, but you're my friend.
Sometimes I hate you. And he's going to go rummage he's gonna go rummage into his pack and see if he has any leftover whiskey or rum.
Would wine work? I don't know. Wine might be. You'd have to find the right kind of wine for that. Maybe.
Probably something earthy. So where is my sheet?
Your brother would probably be a good person to ask about that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Ooh, I do. And Victor will pull out he does have some spiced rum, but
He seems like
he's
he'd be a
always okay.
sommelier if he wasn't a
Stick in the mud.
well, gone into the military.
Yeah, and Victor would just kind of look a little sour about it. That's that and a few other things. But he was the first son, and primogenitorship is apparently important to some people. And Victor would just take a large chunk of his
Yeah, thinking
ale.
about it growing up, if he probably wouldn't have been forced into the military, that sounds like something he would have been done with his life.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. But yeah, as soon as Victor's finished eating, he'll be ready to retire and go take a long rest.
Okay, so you head back to your room.
Yep. Nobody has any questions for Victor, or they're just waiting. Or they're just waiting to be leave.
Well, Zane's frozen in time. We don't have mountain blood here. And Lyric, did you have anything you wanted to ask?
No.
Okay, so you're going to bed then, Victor.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta
He's
roll a
gonna have-
dice for something to happen here,
And
because this
Victor's
hasn't
gonna
happened
have-
in a while, and
Before we do, he's gonna have Pupper stand guard outside the door. Well, stand guard at the door.
okay.
And
So
take
this is
over
gonna
the-
be fun. I rolled the fun thing for your potential dream sequence here.
Oh boy.
You wake up in that familiar MC Escher-esque world that is the realm of the god Chaos himself. As you see, what'd you name your sword again? I'm drawing a blank.
Mayhem.
Mayhem. In his kind of form standing behind you. So it seems we're here again.
Yep. Back into the realm of chaos. Let's see what dear old pat a little head pats dear old dad has in store for us.
Yes, this should be fun. As basically a door kind of opens in front of you, like kind of going, come this way.
Do you think it'll be another grand meeting or of weapon bearers, or do you think it's just gonna be a one-on-one?
Guess we'll find out when we get in there.
Oh, but it's fun to guess. I'm thinking it's a meeting.
Yeah, I think so too. As you enter the room, you see a kind of like five-sided table with three other people seated at it. You see the familiar visage of Xanatha. Hey, Victor, long time no see, good buddy. With her shadow form behind her.
Hey, girl, how? It's like, hey, bitch, how's it hanging?
Oh,
He'll take a seat.
you called me bitch. I'm honored. As you see kind of that another one of the people sitting at the table, the lady Iona that kind of had the staff found, as it goes, oh, I'm here again. Oh, this isn't fun. This isn't fun. As you only kind of see the shape, like, kind of like how you saw Mayhem a little bit, basically. Hasn't really taken a form of anything, just kind of floating behind her. Quit being so anxious. It's gonna be fine. You hear kind of reverberations from it.
Wait,
You know nothing will harm you in here. It'll give good messages back to the king to help him with stuff.
Oh, so that's the spirit behind Ionia.
Yeah, like I said, she hasn't developed it enough to give it a proper form yet, like the other two have.
Ah.
It's like the shadow, that one, her dagger has a form to it. It's just like a shadow of a human. It doesn't really blends in, stuff like that. And then you see the king of that you met the last time. What? I really got to arrange my notes better one of these days.
Yeah, ditto. But
The
let's see. Hold on.
Ouromoros Dragonsbane sitting there with his, like, basically the big super buff guy behind him. So, I hear, pray tell, you've been cavorting with that traitorous baron back in my old city that your empire stole from me, then, have you? Or so my spies say.
Wow.
So is he enjoying his life of luxury and from betrayal?
I don't know. I don't know how things. I don't know how. I don't know how things go in Dragon's Bane. How whether your people are living in luxury or just barely scraping by. I would assume barely getting by. So you have to tell me.
Oh, yes, the people. Whatever. As long as they did work the mines and didn't cause trouble, I left them be as they were. Now your little baron friend here betrayed the army and led to many of my men being killed. Now if he ever finds himself back in my kingdom, oh, it's immediate execution. No judge, no jury, just execution.
Hey, look, affairs of state is not necessarily my problem. My problem is who's paying me.
You and your ways of money.
Well, let's put it this way: if you can't hold on to it, maybe you should rethink your strategy. Just saying.
One day, maybe I can parade around the head of that dragon that your empire has so laudedly keep itself safe.
One day.
One day you won't have it, and then we'll see.
Victor will just lean forward with a bright-eyed stare. But not today. And a big toothy smile. Anyway,
Yeah,
so where's
you got
where's
guts.
our host?
I like that boy. I'll remember that.
So where's our host?
You know him. It. I don't know what to call it. Xanatha perks up. Yeah, it just seems fine. You know what? It never picks on a solid form, so you never know what to expect. And for all we know, one day it could show up looking like a I don't know, an eldritch monstrosity. Kind of is, if you
Hypotheticals.
think about it.
I mean, it's chaos. I would not assume any particular form would be static. Same with pronouns.
So as you're saying that, you see the kind of a door kind of busts open. Behold, it is I, your god Chaos. As you kind of they prance in. They look like a what they want to be this time.
One daddy.
They kind of look like a Goliath today, I guess.
Ah,
As you're looking at them.
let's hope for something very floppish. Damn.
How is everybody doing? You treating your weapons good, getting them plenty of power to improve upon them. Maybe one day we'll get them all met together to have some fun with them. I, I was kind of trying to put. I've done some things with it per my king. Anna looks at her. Ah, good. You're the newest one. I know you're timid, but speak up, girl. You got some lungs behind you. Pump your chest out. Be confident. Stop being so timid. It's not fun. It makes the world a less boring place. Be more assertive. Like that guy kind of points over to the king. Yes, girl, you are the wielder of one of the greatest weapons in the realm. Be proud of yourself. Okay. Now, see, I stab people with mine. It's fun.
I'm gonna hold on. I want to see if I can do a persuasion to help boost Iona's confidence.
Okay.
Okay,
What do you say to boost your confidence? And I'll base the difficulty off the roll. Off the what you say.
Victor's going to say, Xantha is sadly right. You are wielding a magnificent weapon of power.
It was the king that said that, not her, Xanatha.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Well, the king is right. You are wielding one of a magnificent weapon of power. Her.
Okay, then roll the persuasion check.
Hold on, Knight, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Because I just lost my train of thought. Got it. Even there's no point in being reserved, but it takes incredible will to wield one of these things. I mean, face it, you wouldn't be here if you didn't. Even if you in a past life you couldn't do much. This is the here and now. In the here and now, you have control over your own destiny. Yes, you willed it for your king and for your people. But as their representative, show them why you should be respected.
Huh. Ooh hoo hoo. Ooh hoo hoo hoo. That's a nat 20 on that.
Oh, to resist or to persuade?
To agree with you, because it was trying to, boost her confidence out of that.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I need to get more powerful. And you can kind of looks back at the thing. You can protect me, right? You'd be like a partner? Yes, I suppose I could be protective to you.
Hey,
It's beneficial to both of us, I suppose.
Hey.
Kind of chaos kind of goes up. So, looks at the Xanatha. So we got the stabby, sneaky. Bash their head in. Looks over at the king. Kind of got the elemental versatility of yours. I guess you're going to be the defensive one then. I like. They're all turning out to be different functions compared to last time they were used. Well, except yours didn't change, points to Xanatha. To be fair, I kind of inherited it. Didn't have much of a choice in how it was done, because the old master of it died. Shadow kind of perks up. Yeah, he was kind of an ass, though. Talk about my father like that. Your father was an ass. He made me an ass. We're a bunch of assholes.
Victor will pipe in. Well, and look on the bright side, Xanatha. You do, as a family inheritor of ass, as an inheritor of assholes, you do have a magnificent ass.
Ha ha ha.
Sure.
Very funny. So, I hear, pray tell, you're from King over there, you've been in Canopus, huh? I was told, Naquel was over there doing business, was she?
Was. Past tense.
Yeah, I know her and, Ingvar don't get along the best.
I wonder why.
Yes, I wonder why indeed. You slur any insults at them? Because I've heard their insult battles are legendary.
Victor will review in his mind what the last thing Knockwell said in regards to pass a word along to her husband. I don't think I wrote it down. I think I just made a note to say, "Hey, next time you see my husband, say jerk things to him."
I don't remember what I said either, but you did basically say to call him something. Something about a pathetic excuse for a man that had no business having a wife as hot as him.
The usual vanity things like, hey, how much better she was, or how she's better off. Yeah, the usual squabbles.
Remember, she's using a disguised self thing. That's not how she really looks. She's a lich, so she's all shriveled and saggy now. It's pretty funny, actually.
So she's doubly vain. Got it. I enjoy being catty tonight. I will make a mental note. To remind her of that next time I see her.
So Xanatha pipes up. So, what brought you to meet us all together today, Mr. Oh, I guess it's Mrs. now. She's as chaos is now the form of some sultry woman. Oh well, you were talking about pretty women, so I figured. But yeah, I figured you guys hadn't talked in a while. I figured it'd be fun to get you all together, see what kind of chattiness you could bring about. And oh boy, was I right. So I know you two still got a ways to go. Kind of points to you and Iona. Get your swords powered up so they're at their full power. And your staff. I want them to get together. We should be hopefully within a few years of getting that wish granted. And I want to see how the world will change because I am so looking forward to that. So, ta-ta. You wake up in your bed the next morning. Gnarl licking your face.
Hey, buddy. Pat, 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 pat. Belly rubs.
As you hear a knocking on your door. Lyric, I'm going to say you went to
Yes.
wake up Victor because he hasn't gotten up in what a time he normally would.
I so wanted to go into lyric licking his face.
Well, he did lock his door so you couldn't get in.
Rat, I don't have thieves' tools yet. Oh well.
So I'm going to say
Sure,
about an hour ago you got a note saying to meet the the Baron again in his manor.
Alright, let's go get this thing here. And Victor would do his morning a few of his morning exercises, get himself dressed and cleaned up, cleaned up and dressed, and ready to go see the Baron.
I'm gonna say because he's not here, Mountain Blood is going to agree to stay behind at the hotel, the inn, because Nyldir is still not woken up. Nyldir, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, I just imagine that whole time it just flashes back for. It's like one of those things where it flashes over to them for a second. Got any threes? Go fish. Damn it. Uh,
Honestly, that's what I was gonna say. You two were playing Go Fish too. But yeah, give me that Arcana check.
Yeah, let me get my. I was stalling for time to get my sheet open. Arcana. Focus the magic. 18.
Okay, give me a Constitution check now.
Check or save?
Let's do save.
It's the same number anyway, but I figured I'd ask. 1, 2, 3, boom. 19.
As you're sitting there with the Allfather, got any jacks?
Go fish.
Damn it. As you feel a slap go across your face.
Ow.
Yeah, I think your Goliath friend's trying to wake you up. As you feel another one.
I wonder how long it's going to take him to figure out that that's not going to work.
At least he's not hitting you that hard. This time.
Yeah, but consider not that hard from a Goliath. Still pretty hard.
Okay, give me another Arcana check.
3, 2, 1, boom. 27.
When you're getting slapped and the magic, you slowly start to focus in on that pain.
I can feel the pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you can link to that pain. Maybe it'll help you get through the time frame faster. Your turn to ask for something.
Got any nines?
Damn it! Hands you a 9.
I knew I was going to get one eventually.
And with that, we'll cut back to Victor and Lyric going to meet the Baron again. As you see Electra just casually walk along with you this time. So, did you confront anything about him, actually kind of like point, stab, brother?
I did, but I also just figured that based on the notes, within his two things. One, based on the notes in his office, study, whatever you want to call it.
His diary.
His personal diary. It'll have a lot to do with how he was dealing with Dragonsbane next door. Apparently something about for the good of the family. I'm not going to say the city because let's face it. Point two, no one seems to really care who's in charge, as long as they have food and water, and places to sleep, and work to do. Nobody really cares.
Yeah, from what I've heard, this place is actually better off under Empire rule than it was Kingdom rule anyways.
Yeah, that's that. Speaking of which, the King of Driving wanted to pass is, well, I say message more like vague insults and threats, followed by specific ones.
Yeah, I probably can't blame him, because I know he did betray out the empire to the kingdom to the empire. That's why he's still technically in power.
Yeah, what was it? Gorath was his name?
The king.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up again. One name. Let me just copy it in there because I got this from a name generator. It sounded cool, so I went with it.
Oh,
Or Horamros.
Haramras. Okay. Yeah, King Haramras. Something about one. I see his head on a pike
Yeah.
at a parade. So you know.
Kind of looked at you. Wait, how are you talking to the king?
Let's. Long story short, like you might as well know. Basically, and Victor will point to the sword on his back that's currently sheathed. Yeah, these weapons are god related, and not and of a particular fun variety,
Ah.
less goodly variety, and are putting us in contact with each other.
Yeah, that explains the weird aura I always felt emanating from that.
Luckily,
Almost like the weapon's sentient, is it not?
yep, and Mayhem is basically despite the name I gave to him, less malevolent and more just trying to make sense of things.
Ah.
Try,
Yeah, Maya always did seem like there was something weird about that sword that even she couldn't figure out. Told me to watch out for it, so you wouldn't mind if I passed that on, would you?
Nah, I don't see a reason why not. Point is though, yeah, Mayhem's not. I'm trying to be at least try to be a good role model or at least a good influence. I know, it goes against my selfish interest, but honestly, I'd rather not have a weapon dedicated to murder, stab, everything in sight like some people.
Like, I'm assuming there's other swords like this or weapons like this that have been like that, correct?
Currently, there are three more. There's one by a what was Ionia? Was Ionia a priestess or was she a sorceress?
Um, she was just a random person in that empire that just happened across it.
Okay.
What did I make her class again?
I want to say it was sorcerer.
Character sheet for her. It wants to load. It is not loading. Okay, I guess I didn't make it, but yeah, I think she was a sorceress.
Yeah, so there's young sorcerers back in
Idfell.
Idfell. Thank you. Back in Idfell who has a staff. Also kind of going through some of this going through some of the same issues I'm going through. Xanatha, who's well, fairly to be frank, who's got say, hey, has daggers? No dagger. Singular. That's absolutely of the more things to murder, the better.
Oh, is that the one that your old pal Goran used to call Betrayus?
Yep.
I remember him yelling about her before.
Yep, and
Nothing nice. I've never heard so many obscenities in one sentence in my life.
I'm hopefully some of those are new.
Yes, they were actually.
Oh, good old Goran. I miss fighting with him. But yes, yeah, me, Mountain Blood, and Goran all have issues to have. We've had running her over the past, and all have valid reason to want to hate her.
Lyric, have you
her
met Xanatha yet? I forget. If you had a situation where you interacted with her.
Oh, what? Lyric? No, not as far as I remember. Or anywhere in my notes. Unless Wimpy can say otherwise.
I'm pretty sure not, right, Wimpy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no.
Okay.
We went over this last week. I don't think we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or she did.
Because Victor and Mount Blood did explain the issues of Xanada to Nyldir and Lyric in a previous session, but they haven't met her yet. Other than that, and then there's the King of Dragonsbane. Apparently, he has a hammer.
Yes, I've heard of that hammer. Legendary Dragon Slayer hammer called Dragon's Bane.
We're original a lot, those people. Anyway, well, then again, it gets the point across. or, or however bluntly they want to put it. Oh well.
Yeah, I seem to remember the crystal on the pommel there used to be. It's redder than I remember first seeing it with. Because yeah, and it used to be a diamond. Now it's more like a real light ruby.
So yeah, about that. Let's just say chaos. Let's just say, and Victor will lower his voice so less casual people can just pick up on what he's saying. Let's just say the guy Chaos gets kicks from these weapons just being thrown into the world and making changes. The changes they result usually come about from unaliving living things.
That makes sense.
What was that?
That makes sense.
Ah. Yep. But otherwise, the personality is usually based on the person that's wielded it and for how long. So, like I said, trying to be a decent influence at bare minimum. After all, there are time and place for these sort of things.
So, during that talk, you've made it to the Baron's Manor. As you see the one previously unalived guard waiting at the front gate for you. Ah, you're back. Is your half-elf friend not recovered yet?
Not yet. How are you feeling, by the way? Because you said
weird, for lack of a better word.
Because that was the guard who was previously dead, now brought back to life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, a skirt of death can do that.
Yeah, I was in like a realm of pure white light. Seemed all peaceful, and then I was violently dragged back.
Like I said, like I said, it's near-death experience, or in this case, crossing over, crossing back is always it's an abrupt thing. It'll don't think about it too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop thinking about it so my brain doesn't fry itself out
Yeah.
and I need to be revived again. But yes, the master was waiting for you. Please go in.
And Victor will head in.
So as you're walking up, you see a woman in long, like, flowing white gowns, kind of chanting some stuff in Celestial. You have your helm on?
Yep.
He's basically saying, by the glory of the Allfather, bless this place and keep undead abominations out at bay. May your light prevent their filth from entering this place. As you feel a pulse kind of go out from her as she finishes singing up. Good. That should do it. Oh, I see we have Have some company. Greetings, fellow men and women. It is honor to meet you on this day the Lord has given us. Or day the All-Father has given us.
I have mentioned this is a closed helm, haven't I?
What was that?
Have I mentioned this is a closed helm and not an open helm?
No.
It's closed helm because if it was, because Victor's trying to honestly repress him rolling his eyes. A visual sign of displeasure. I yeah, I suppose. Seems like any good of a day as any.
I suppose the Baron was probably expecting you today if you're being led up to the house. I have just finished my duties that he asked me to perform, so he should be safe from the undead again for the time being. Surprised
Yeah,
someone was able to break my barrier. It is quite impressive.
Any particular reason do you know how they were able to do it? Or was it just a matter of force?
Did it take a person of great magical adaptation to propose a power of spell strong enough to counter this? Or dumb luck? From what I've sounds like, it was more the first situation, not the latter.
Yeah. He thinks back to just the howled just he thinks back Victor will be thinking back to what's her name? Knockwell. And just how much power must be to even be a lich of her stature, much less not Mac. Yeah, that's a word for it.
Hmm.
Well, hopefully actually no, it shouldn't be a problem for at least a bit.
So you people are from the capital, if I hear correct. You're right, correct?
Correct.
Have you had many conversations with the head priestess there by the name of Ramia?
We've had a few.
You,
She been hired time to time.
is she still upset with the All-Father?
Victor will think back to when they were meeting when she was giving I think prayers to each of the shrines. I think last he remembers, I think the answer is yes. She's still having an issue.
Yes, I should have known. She is quite the stubborn one. Maybe one day she'll get it through her head, but probably not for a while. Anyways, if you need help or assistance with anything, the doors of the temple are always open to you.
I do have a quick question
Oh,
before you
yes.
go. Any particular reason why Ramiel, or Princess Ramiel, would have an issue with the Allfather, or is that not for play conversation?
I do not know the full scope of the situation. As from what I heard, it happened when this city was still under the influence of the kingdom and not the empire, so word did not reach me the most accurate. Apparently she was slighted by him in some way. I do not know why it is. You may ask her. I don't know if you'll get a straight answer, but it is there.
Well, thank
I suppose, how silly of me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is... I'm gonna go with this. Arariel. I am the head priestess of the Temple of the Allfather in town here. Like I said before, our doors are always open.
Victor Felmont at your service, should you ever need it. And these are my companions, Lyric the Bard, and Electra. Actually, I don't think you ever gave you a title under my company.
Hmm. Yes, you never did. What would my title be? Electra the Cool. I like that.
We'll workshop it later. Yeah.
I wonder if you'd break her brain if you told her one of your companions met the Allfather.
I don't know, Neil. You're not here. We'll have to find it out
Yeah,
later.
Seth, I'm still playing Go Fish with him.
He might be a high enough level cleric that she can just talk to him whenever she wants, but
Questions for later. But yes, yeah, should we have need? We'll probably pass by and pay homage to Fun on the way out.
yes, and be sure to say hi to her for me when you get the chance. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. So don't keep the
After that,
Baron waiting. I'm pretty sure he needs to talk to you as soon as possible.
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, Victor would be moving on from there. Unless anybody else had anything they want to add. I'm just getting no sound at the moment.
Eric, did you have anything you wanted to ask the head priest this year?
Uh, does she have an? Do you happen to have an idea when our friend's gonna come back? She kind of like pokes Nyldir on his cheek.
Nildir's back at the inn.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was Mountain Blood and him stayed behind at the inn, so he didn't have to drag him around town. Because during the night, no one noticed them carrying around basically what could be considered a corpse. So,
Well, she'll ask anyway. Any idea, like a few more hours, a couple days?
well, what affliction was your friend affiliated with or fixed with?
Uh, petrification, but not.
Would
Well,
Victor?
I could
I
see
know.
if I could go cast some greater restoration on him to try to remove it.
Already tried.
Hmm. So this is not a normal petrification, then, is it?
It's
Nope.
It's happened, I think, once or twice before. Never this long though.
Oh, let me check something. You kind of praise, kind of.
His soul, it's been called.
Just waiting for
He,
waiting for the Allfather to pick up that phone.
Allfather responded to me. Actually, he said to stop bothering him and his friend playing cards. And then, do you have any fives? Then he stopped talking. I've had conversations with him before, but that one was weird.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so we just gotta wait it out then.
I'm at a loss.
You're not the only one. Well, quasi not the only one.
Well, it sounds like maybe your friend will be fine just given some time. Well, I
No
can
problem.
go check on him. Does he, you know where he is?
Yes, he's at the the only inn in town.
Oh,
In
yeah,
part of
there's.
town, the
Okay, so yeah, she'll go check on him.
and Victor will give Nyldir's room number.
Very well. I will go see because
Let
I am intrigued. I want to know what's going on here as well.
let there's gonna be a Goliath that's in my employ. Mountain Blood, just let him know Victor sent you.
You have a
The chicken nugget.
passphrase to verify that?
Let's see. Don't think we have a passphrase, but I know. Victor will summon Gnarl the Pupper and pass. They don't think the town's like too far apart. We shouldn't be hitting back some distance for how far from there it can go out.
What is the range of a familiar again?
I think it's pretty big. Wait 1 second. He's just
It's
gonna pass
dangerous
some.
to go alone. Take this pupper.
Yeah, he's gonna pass the pupper and say, he'll batch for you. How do I spell familiar? That's it. Searching. Let's see. Maximum distance if they actually put it down. It's within 100 feet of me. Communicate me telepathically. Additionally,
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about an effective range. It's if it's outside 100 feet, you can't communicate with it anymore.
yeah. But yeah, nothing about like if anything happens if it goes outside of that range other than communication. So
I'll say you can give it a command and have it do something.
yeah.
You just can't communicate once it gets out of range anymore. And the inn is more than 100 feet away.
Victor is just gonna give another command to say to be be friendly to the priestess. Yes, and
He kind of pants, and starts walking off.
yeah, and just
well.
let her know. Yep.
I guess your little furry friend knows the way. I will follow him.
Yeah.
He kind of does like a polite, the hands folded, the hands put together bow as she walks off.
All right, let's go deal. Last time, let's go deal with dear old Baron.
As you kind of knock on the door, the elf butler kind of greets you. Ah, Mr. Victor, Miss Lyric, and I don't believe I got the pleasure of your name, miss, but I saw you the other day. Ah, yes, it is Electra the Cool. It's an honor to meet you again. I should thank you, Miss Lyric. My arm my arm's doing much better today. Your healing magic was quite effective. I appreciate it. You respond to him, Lyric?
She just politely bows. No problem.
Yes. Paul is waiting for you. Let's in the same room before. As you start getting close to the door, you hear talking. Ah, so you'll agree to do it for that much gold a day. Very well. A bargain is struck. You hear Paul saying, good work, I guess, as you hear a familiar voice coming from inside as you open the door. You see Jink standing in there.
Hey, Jinx, how you doing?
Well,
Yes,
I got a good contract for my men for a few days to keep us employed here for a bit. So I'm in a good mood. I must go inform them we have business to do here. People to keep out. Maybe things to kill if the turns out that way.
see, aren't you glad, friends?
He kind of looks at you. Yes. Friends. Anyways, should I say boss now, I need to go inform my men about our duties. I will see you later. Yes, dismissed. Good doing business with you. As he walks out the door. Ah, yes. Show me the way, Mr. Butler. Very well. As he leads him out. Looks at you guys. So I assume the half-elf is still not recovered from his state of yesterday from the looks of it.
Unfortunately not, but he should recover on his own. It's nothing too serious.
Very well. I don't think I had the chance to really see this one before. Kind of points to Electra. Yes, you may refer to me as Electra the Cool.
Lyric turns to Electra and turns to Paul. You can see her?
Am I not supposed to?
Now she doesn't want you.
Bad,
to.
Electra. Bad.
Oh, yes, and I've heard you did quite the performance on the fountain the other day. Many, excuse me, that was not him. He wasn't coughing there. Many of my guards and citizens were informed of a great play that was performed in front of the fountain. Really made their day. The people that were brought into it said they had some real fun doing it.
I'm glad they did. Perhaps you should pay your guard more because they didn't tip for shit.
Well, maybe they just didn't have money on them at the time.
I'm gonna insight that. How much does he pay these people? That's a natural 20.
Yeah, from what you could tell, he does pay them enough to keep a living, but not super much above that if they're the lowest level guards. And then again, maybe if they're on the job, they don't have money on them because they don't need to buy stuff.
Lyric just stares at him. Scrunches her face.
But anyways, we're here to talk business. As he kind of pulls open a drawer on his stone desk, as he plops out a roll that's sealed with a real fancy-looking ribbon and wax seal. Your job is to deliver this to the people in the capital that you told me are in the know.
Correct. This would be in regards to our continued, how should we say, how should I put this? I'll just be flat out. Our continued silence on the matter downstairs in the basement.
Yes, the basement.
I think the word you're looking for is discretion.
Discretion, thank you. I couldn't think of the. That was the word I was thinking of. I just couldn't think of it at the time. We'll think the word. Other than that, now I sure do hope this is nothing nefarious.
No, it is nothing nefarious, just information and means to an end to keep my city and its water supply safe. Now,
Understood.
what are your fees for a courier fee?
Well, given the trek of the desert and possible attack, let's see, what would be a fair thing? Actually, I'll get for a simple courier job. Like, how many days is it back to the capital? Give or take.
It's about 3 to the next city, or what did I say, 2 or 3 to the next city, another 2 or 3 back to the capital.
Let me see. Let's see, what would a courier fee go for under standard means? So I pull out the. And since we have no left side, that doesn't matter. Let me just round about to say, let's say standard courier fee would be like 5-10 gold for travel. Working out that to 50 gold a day. Travel back and for and with 100 up front to keep quiet. And that's per person.
So in total, that would be...
I'm totally not stalling while I get my calculator out. Let's see. I said, let's see if I find, say, 50 gold. And You said how many days it was back?
5 or 6, depending on conditions.
Let's say 6. For 5 people, about 50. That's about 1,500 gold. It is a standard courier job, not including any. Let's see. I said I at least want 100 each for each person up front. So that's 100 each person, so 500 in total.
So 1,500. Excuse me, 1,500 total.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where you're getting that extra 100 from.
Secrecy.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, no.
because that's an additional 100 per day.
no, the 100 is up front per person. Just
But we only have 4 people.
I'm counting
5.
5 people.
Electra.
Oh, you're counting Electra?
Yeah.
I didn't think you counted the NPCs.
Why would I not?
He has to pay Electra.
Technically, the only one he doesn't have to pay is Lyric, only because Lyric didn't sign the document saying she was technically his employee, but given the amount of work she's done for him and reputation, well, that's the question.
He's
she
an
needs to bring
employee in
up.
everything but the books.
Yep.
Did I ever sign shit?
Technically, no either.
No. Only
I
Mountain
never
Blood.
signed shit, I don't think. I just tag along.
Basically at this point, Lyric and Nyldir are just subcontractors. Like we're bound by association and just destroying and because money is now exchange hands, you're not.
Lyric does gig
strictly-
work, and this gig work pays pretty decently.
Very well. There is one of the military convoys heads back to Altair today. I would try to catch a ride with them. Hopefully your friend is recovered by then. By now.
Hopefully so.
Anyways, you said 1,500 for total, correct?
1,500 total. I'm honestly being generous.
Very well. He picks another piece of paper, puts in a couple lines, and signs it with his name, and kind of hands it over to you.
Thank you for doing business.
You
Much
sign it? You read it?
Victor is actively reading it. He's going through line by line.
Okay. So I'll give you the cliff notes of it, because I'm not going to read out the full thing. Basically, this contract is here in for the party of A, blah, 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 to deliver blah, 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 with total discretion and blah, and letting only the involved parties of delivery to the people that know what the situation is in the capital city, because you haven't told him it's the Emperor. He doesn't know who's in the know there.
No, he doesn't need to know there. He does not need to know that. We're just playing cards very carefully.
Deliver this signed note for their eyes only. Any view of anybody besides said delivery person, the contract will be null and void. To deliver from the city of Canopus to the capital Sirius for the total of, and you can see this is where it's written in differently, for the amount of total of 1,500 gold to be paid all up front.
There you go.
If contract is null and void, the funds will have to be returned to the Baron with a 5,000 gold cancellation fee.
5,000 gold.
So basically, if you break the contract, you owe him 5,000 gold.
Which is pretty fair. It means just do your job right, because if you fuck over someone rich and powerful, you're going to pay for it.
Yeah. Victor won't sign just yet. It's like, oh, there's a cancellation fee. Hold on a second. And he's gonna bump that up by another 1,000 gold. There we go. I think this is fair.
What are you bumping up by 1,000 gold?
Remember I said it was 1,500 paid up front, 2,500 now. because there's a cancellation fee.
Oh, I thought you were bumping up the cancellation fee.
No, it's either was going to take down, he was going to reduce the cancellation fee or up the amount of money we're being paid.
How about the cancellation fee down to 4,000 and we keep it the same? The 1,500?
Hmm. 3,500.
Very well. Deal.
And Victor will write in the appropriate amounts, and he'll shake. He'll sign and shake.
Very well. Here is your message. Remember, you didn't. I don't know if you said in the capital knows who this is, but this is for their eyes only. Give me an Arcana check.
Let's see, where's kinda. I'm assuming Lyric can do the same.
Yeah, Lyric can do the same once you get handed the thing.
18.
Yeah, you both notice it. Victor, you notice there's a magic seal on the wax on there that basically it'll do something. Lyric, you can see that basically this will tell the Baron when it's been opened. You gonna respond to that, Lyric?
Oh, it's his letter. The Lyric has no need to open the letter yet.
Okay. Who had the bag of holding again?
Victor did.
Victor, okay.
Let's see.
Are you gonna put it in said bag?
He is going to put it in said bag.
So yeah, so basically, from what it looks like, your job here in the city is done. For all you know, no one else did another. You have no other contracts. Let's get going back to the capital then.
I guess I have to pick up one thing from the weapon shop, and otherwise, yes, we'll be heading out.
Ah, very well. Safe journeys. And do you put it in the bag of holding in front of him?
Yep. And when Victor shakes his hand, he will give a very firm grip.
And he gives you a firm grip back.
See, we're all friends here. Good. I look forward to future business. Before letting go and hang out.
Okay. So with that, now that we brought something else up, we're going to do something fun here.
I get the time to.
Got any kings? Nyldir.
Damn it. Yes, I have one.
Aha! I did it. Got any queens?
No queens.
Damn
no
it.
Fish. Got any aces?
Go fish.
Damn it.
You hear a voice kind of echo through your head. Nyldir.
Now that's another voice. Oh god, the voices are back.
Is this Nyldir? Is this working?
Who is calling? Calling.
Yes. My name is Aurariel. Am I reaching through?
Above, am I hearing what she's saying?
Yes.
Yeah, but now's not a good time. Me and my friend are playing cards here.
What happened to you? Your body is here, but your soul is someplace else. Your friend Mountain Blood let me in here with the Gnarl. Are you speaking with the Allfather right now?
Yeah, we're playing cards.
Oh, that's what's going on. So I know you're have you been able to kind of heal anything with your body?
Some pain. That's about it.
Okay, so you were able to reach out to that, yes.
More or less.
Okay, see if you can feel this. As you feel a strong pinch on your on your cheek.
Ow.
Okay, give me an Arcana check here.
Arcana. Now 1. As opposed to the 27 from before and that 1.
As she stops, you hear nothing anymore.
Yep.
As you feel like a pulse go through your head. As you take 8 psychic damage.
I guess the call dropped.
As you
Ow.
don't hear her anymore.
Yeah.
Hey,
Someone...
you got any 5s? I've been asking you that for like a few seconds now.
Oh, sorry, got a headphone call. Head transdimensional voice in my head call.
Oh, it was my angel Aurariel trying to figure something out with you. Gotta let this pass. I don't know why she's trying to get involved with matters that aren't her business.
I don't know. The call dropped and it kind of hurt.
Yeah, she was trying to link your body back up to your soul here. Doing that's gonna... It might diminish your time, but it might hurt you and maybe even kill you if it's not careful with it.
Ow.
I did actually feel like when your friend was slapping a little bit earlier, it did seem to link up and may have sucked a day off your time, but probably still got a couple more days here, so settle in for the long haul.
No 5s. You have any Go Fish? Got any 4s?
Damn it, let's play something else. But I just saw a message Victor posted in the thing here. What did you want to say to Paul as you were walking out?
As he was walking out, he wanted to just say, "Oh, by the way, what? Hey, be careful, Baron Paul. King, what's his name? How do I say his name again? Vortimir, Horus, how's it?
Horamerus.
Horamerus. King Horamerus really wants to put your head on a pike and parade it.
I'd imagine he would. Wait, how would you know that?
Trade secret. Anyway, let's just say he's no friend of mine either.
As he looks confused as you walk out the door, that is a place where we're going to end the session for the night.